Yep. Okay, Brendan. Just as a refresher, my name's Tom Fassbender and Mark Weger. Do you remember us from the last couple times we've talked to you, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and from the signs in here, you can see that this is being audio and video recorded again, okay? Mm-hmm. We just have to get some things on the record, and you need to tell me if they're true. I was told by your attorney, Mr. Len Kaczynski, that you wanted to talk to us. Is that true? You need to talk because it's being recorded, if you could, please.
Yeah.
Okay. I was also told that Mr. Kaczynski spoke with you about this. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Kaczynski also told us that no promises were made to you on behalf of the state. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. Because obviously you're in custody, we're going to go through that Miranda warning again. You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a form here I'm going to use, and I'm going to go through that. If you have any questions, ask me, okay?
Yeah.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult with a lawyer before questioning and to have a lawyer present with you during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you at public expense before or during questioning if you so wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop the questioning and to remain silent at any time you wish, and the right to ask for and have a lawyer present at any time you wish, including during questioning. Would you like to read those over? Do you understand each of these rights?
Yeah.
Realizing that you have these rights, are you not willing to answer questions or make a statement? Okay, what I'd like you to do for me is, do you understand each of these rights? Initial there, and initial there, that you're willing to make a statement, and then I need your signature there, okay?
I heard you were going to watch a movie last night. What movie did you watch?
Well, it wasn't a movie, it was wrestling, but I only got to watch 15 minutes of it.
How come?
Because it ended at 9 o'clock, and we got done at 8:45 almost.
Oh, okay. Big wrestling fan?
Is it All-Star Wrestling?
I think there is any more All-Star Wrestling.
Or whatever they call that. Professional wrestling? Yeah. Okay, I just want to remind you that, again, this is being recorded and audio recorded, and I need you to speak up rather than not if you can.
Okay.
Okay? And we urge you to, talk to us and tell us, your version again. And correct me if I'm wrong, what we were told that is you wanted to speak with us, just to, talk about some clarification of earlier statements, some areas where it may have been a little cloudy. Now, Mark and I both know probably some of those areas. We've had, obviously, an opportunity to look at the evidence, and we're familiar with the evidence in the case. And even your last statement, there's some areas that we know that you may want to address, and you're probably going to do that because they don't seem to necessarily add up. Do you understand that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Because that's why we're here. Again, I'd like to offer you the opportunity now to tell us about some of those things and clarify some of those areas for us. We may follow up with some questions. But again, we'd prefer you to just, those areas, and the places where you need to finish or clarify. So again, speak up for us because it is being recorded, and go ahead and tell us what it was you wanted to tell us.
starting with that day.
Certainly. Well, if there's something that's important prior to that day, that's fine too. But as it relates to that event.
Well, I came home off the bus and then walked home into the house, and I played PlayStation 2 until 5 o'clock. Called my friend and watched TV, and then at 6 o'clock I got a phone call from Blaine's boss. I told him that Blaine was trick-or-treating, and at 7 o'clock I got a phone call from Steven, see if I wanted to come over to the bonfire, and I told him I would, and then while I was getting ready, he called again and seen where I was, what was taking me so long. And so I went over there, we went to go pick up some stuff around the yard. Then after that, he asked me to come in the house because he wanted to show me something. And he showed me that she was laying on the bed. Her hands were roped onto the bed and her legs were cuffed. And then he told me to have sex with her, and so I did because I thought I was not going to get away from him because he was too strong. So I did what he said, and then after that, he untied her and uncuffed her, and then he brought her outside, and before he went outside, he told me to grab her clothes and her shoes. So I went into the garage, and before she went out, before he took her outside, he had tied up her hands and feet, and then went in the garage, and he stabbed her. And then he told me to. And after that, he wanted to make sure she was dead or something, so he shot her 5 times. And while he was doing that, I wasn't looking because I can't watch that stuff. So I was standing by the big door in the garage. And then after that, he took her outside and we put her on the fire, and we used her clothes to clean up some of the blood. And when we put her in the fire and her clothes, we were standing right by the garage to wait for it to get down, so we threw some of the stuff on it after it went down. And then about 9 o'clock my mom came home and she called Steven on his cell phone to tell him that I was supposed to be home at 10 o'clock, and she asked Steven if I had a sweater on. So while we waited for the fire to go down, by the time it did get down, it was probably close to 10 o'clock, so he told me to go home. So I did, and then got in the house and I talked to my mom for a little bit, then went to bed.
Anything else?
No.
What about the truck? Her truck?
I never seen it.
You mean you never seen it?
I never seen it that day.
Why don't we go back to the beginning a little bit? Brendan? Let's just clarify, you get off the bus with your brother, and that's Blaine?
Yeah.
Okay. And you walk home?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's about what time?
3:45.
And then what do you do when you get home?
I go in my room and play PlayStation 2.
And where does Blaine go?
Goes to the phone.
Okay. Is anybody else home at that time?
No.
Bobby or anybody like that?
No. Bobby was bow hunting.
Okay. Well, Brian?
He was working.
Okay. In previous statements, you had told us that you had left on your bike to go get the mail. Was that true?
Mm-mm.
That was a lie? Okay. Did you hear any screaming or anything like you had told us previously?
No.
Okay, so you get home at 3:45 and you play PlayStation. And you play PlayStation till what time?
5 o'clock.
And then what happens at 5 o'clock?
Mom gets home, so talked to her for a little bit, then she left with Scott.
Okay. Who's home at this time then?
Just me and Blaine.
Okay. Then what do you do after Mom leaves?
Watch TV until Blaine goes up to the road to get picked up from his friend.
Is Bobby home yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so Blaine leaves the house to get picked up to go with a friend. And what do you do?
I was watching TV until 5:30 until I called Travis. And then after that, I got a phone call at 6.
Who called you at 6?
Blaine's boss.
Okay.
What's his name?
Mike
Okay.
Mike what?
Cornelli.
Okay. So at 6 o'clock, Mike called?
Mm-hmm.
And then what?
Then I still watch TV after that, and then get a phone call at 7 from Steven.
On what phone? Home phone?
Mm-hmm.
And continue again?
Then he asked me if I wanted to come over to the bonfire. And I said, yeah, and then while I was getting ready, the phone rang again. And it was Steven, and he asked me if I was getting ready.
Okay. So what happens next?
Then I go over there, and we start to pick up the yard with the golf carts.
So you go over there, do you go in the house at that time?
No,
Where do you go?
I go right back by the bonfire.
Is that where Steven is?
Mm-hmm.
And when did you decide to go get the golf cart?
Well, he had it over there. Right?
Oh. Did you hear anything outside at that point?
No.
Did he tell you anything at that point of what he had done already?
No.
You gotta be honest with us here, Brendan, okay? This is your opportunity to be honest with us. Okay?
I look at it this way, we're giving you another opportunity. We didn't need to come back here. If we sit here and we feel that you're not being honest with you, we can just leave. So you go back by the fire, you said.
Is that true or is that not true?
We don't want you to tell us anything that's not true. I'd rather have you not tell us anything than to sit here and make things up, because it's not going to look good for you. You started to shake your head when Mark just asked you, is that not true? You went back by the fire. Tell us what happened.
Brendan, look at me. Brendan, just look up for a second. It's very important here that you be honest, okay? Tom said, well, we can just walk out the door. But you're the one who wanted to talk with us, okay? So let's go back a little bit, okay? What have you lied about so far?
Nothing.
Okay. So when you go over to the house, do you go inside right away or do you go to the fire?
Go to the fire.
And what does he tell you?
Just that he was going to help. I was going to help him pick up the yard.
Did he tell you anything about Teresa at that time?
No.
All right. We'll continue.
Then after we got cleaned up the yard a little bit, and we unloaded the stuff near the fire, and after a while he told me that he wanted to show me something in the house.
Did he say what he wanted to show you?
No.
Okay. So what happens then?
Then he brings me in the house and
What
shows
door do
me
you go in?
the one with cemented stairs.
That would be the side door by the garage?
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason I asked that question is as much detail as you can provide, do so, okay? Go ahead, continue.
Then we go into the house and he shows me that she's laying on the bed.
So when you go in the house, I'm just going to stop for a second. You go in the house, you go right into the bedroom?
Or you turn left.
Okay. And then you went into the bedroom? Okay.
Yeah.
And she was, no, go ahead and finish what you were saying, I'm sorry.
And then she was laying on the bed and he told me to have sex with her.
Okay, let's stop there for a second. You said she's laying on the bed. Is she saying anything?
To not listen to Steven.
Okay. So there's nothing covering her mouth? And she's saying to you, don't listen to Steven?
Yeah.
What else does she say? it off your chest. What else does she say, Brennan?
We know that part hurts. And it hurts to say it. But these are the types of detail we need to know, Brendan, okay?
What does she say?
Don't listen to Steven and try to go get help or something.
Okay. Is she screaming or anything like that? Is she wearing any clothes when she's on the bed?
No.
How about socks?
No.
So she's totally naked?
Mm-hmm.
What is she tied up to?
The bed things.
Okay, how is she tied up? Explain that to me. What did he use to tie her up?
Her hands were tied up with rope and her feet were cuffed.
Describe the rope for us.
Well, it was just yellowish.
How thick? Do you recall? But you think it was a yellow rope.
Mm-hmm.
Describe the cuffs for us.
Silver and they were leg cuffs.
You're saying they were leg irons? They were designed for her legs.
Whose were those?
Steven's, I guess.
Just silver, anything else?
Mm-hmm.
Describe, again, I know this is hard, we asked you the last time, describe her body for us. Including her private areas.
Start with her hair. What color hair did she have?
Brown.
How long?
All down to her neck.
Any scars, marks, tattoos
No.
that you recall?
No.
Did she have acne, pimples, stuff like that?
No.
Braces?
No.
Any teeth that were crooked or missing or anything like that?
No.
Was she bleeding at all?
No.
Her pubic area, did she have pubic hair?
No.
You don't think she had pubic hair?
No.
In the first interview you said she did, which is right, or don't you remember?
If you don't remember something, Brendan, tell us you don't remember. You need to be honest with us here.
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you recall seeing her breasts?
No.
You don't recall seeing them. Did you touch them?
No.
Did you have sex with her?
Yeah.
But you didn't touch her breasts?
No.
And we asked just before, what does sex mean to you?
Brennan, what does sex mean to you?
When a guy and girl
Do you know what the body parts are called?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, explain that to us. What do you do when you have sex?
The guy sticks his penis into the girl's vagina.
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
And were you on top of her?
Yeah.
So she was underneath you. Where were your hands when you were doing this?
On the sides of her.
Okay.
What did she say to you while you're having sex with her?
To stop what I was doing.
Do you know what it means to ejaculate?
Yeah.
Did you do that?
No.
How long did you have sex with her?
About 2 minutes.
Why did you stop?
I don't know.
Where was Steve at this time?
By the door.
What was he saying, if anything?
He was saying nothing.
Okay, when you're done having sex with her, what happens next?
He tells me to grab her clothes and he starts unwrapping her.
Starts on what?
Like unroping her and that.
Oh, okay.
And then he ties up her hands and her feet and grabs her.
So let's just stop you there for a second. Didn't she try to get away or kick or anything?
No.
What is she saying during this?
Or was he saying? What's he telling her, Brendan?
Come on, Brendan, what's he telling her at this time? We know there's some talking going on, okay? We know that.
That he said that he was going to take her up to the garage and stab her and shoot her.
He actually says that to her? Or does he say that to you, or who's he saying that to?
To both of us.
And what is she saying when he tells her that?
To not do that.
Does he have a weapon at this time when he's untying her and tying her back up?
Well, when he was done roping her, or roped her, he grabbed the gun and then he grabbed her.
How did he get her out to the garage?
Through the door.
No, I mean carrying her, or you put her on something, or what?
Carrying her.
Well, how did he carry her? Kind of show me, how did he carry her?
Like this.
Did you help carry her?
No.
You told us last time you did. You told us last time you helped carry her out of the bedroom. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the truth?
This one.
This one meaning what?
that he carried her.
And what did you take out?
Her clothes.
What was she wearing?
None.
What kind of clothes were they?
Pants.
What kind of pants? Or what color? Or...
Blue jeans.
Okay.
And a t-shirt.
What color t-shirt?
Blue.
Are you guessing at that, or do you know it was blue?
It was blue.
Okay. Anything else?
Just some shoes.
What kind of shoes do you remember?
Just that they were black.
Where's her underwear?
I don't know.
You didn't see a bra or panties, underpants?
No.
How did he tie her? What configuration? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Did he tie her hands in the front, back, arms, feet? Tell me how he tied her up.
In the front.
Tied her hands in the front. Did he tie her feet together?
Mm-hmm.
Did he tie anything else together?
No.
You said that he took the rifle down? The gun?
Yeah.
Did you carry the gun out in the garage?
No.
So you want us to believe that he carried a body and a gun at the same time out into the garage?
Yeah.
Isn't that nearly impossible to do? Unless you give her the gun and then you carry the body?
No.
Well, show us then how he did that.
Well, he had the gun in his hands and he went under her and she was like right here.
Okay.
We asked you before about the clothes, okay? You're lying to me when you tell me you don't know where the bra and the panties are. Okay, I can tell that. Where are the bra and the panties?
I don't know.
They didn't just disappear, Brendan.
I didn't see him.
So she's alive when you carry her out to the garage? And what time is that about?
$8:35.
Why?
35.
Why do you know it's 8:35?
Because we were into the living, or like in the bedroom at 8:15.
And how do you know that?
Because there's a clock right by the door there.
And again, how do you know it was 8:35 when you went out to the garage?
Brendan, you want to be honest with us, don't you? Okay. Then just tell us what you know. Be honest. You need to get this off your chest, don't you? Yeah. So then just be honest with us, okay? How do you know it's 8:35 when you go in the garage? Or are you guessing? Or, you know, if that's the case, are you estimating the time? What? Tell me.
Guessing.
Okay. We're not here to try and put words in your mouth or force you to say anything. Okay? So it's all right if you don't know or you're guessing. Say that word. Well, I'm guessing that's what it was, or I believe it was blue, I'm not sure. You know what I mean? Because it's real important that it is your words and your memory and that you tell us, because this is potentially your last opportunity to do that. I think Mark's right. It's the we feel you're doing it for the right reasons, and that's because you feel it's the right thing to do. But Mark and I also, will be talking to your attorney. We have to tell your attorney, Len, that we feel you did tell us the truth. You did tell us everything, and that's important too.
Because we have evidence about a lot of this stuff, right? You're aware of that?
Yeah.
And the evidence will tell us if you're lying or not. okay? Now where's her truck when you go into the garage?
I didn't see it.
But at some point, she's in that truck. We know that. Okay? Bleeding. So you can't say you didn't see the truck or know where the truck was because she had to be in that truck after she was bleeding. Okay? That's just the way it is. And I'm not going to sit here and let you lie to me. You need to be honest here. We just went through that.
Mark and I don't want to leave because we feel you deserve this opportunity. Because you're the one that came forward initially with this information. But we're not going to sit here and listen to this. You know, sometimes you seem to be honest about some parts, and then for some reason, then you're not totally honest about other parts. And it may be because those other parts bother you a lot. And we understand that. And that it can be difficult to talk about. But we came out here today, Saturday morning, because we wanted to give you that chance. Because you said you wanted to talk. We know you were involved in this. There's no question about that. But we're just looking for the detail. So we can, so we match everything up with the evidence, and so we can believe what you're saying. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Brendan, you have the opportunity here to do the right thing for a change, okay? You have the opportunity to do the right thing for her and her family, okay? Why don't you take that opportunity and do the right thing? Okay? You want to do that? You want to do the right thing?
Yeah.
Okay, then tell us the truth.
Start with the truck. That's a good place to start. There's other places we're going, but the truck is a good place to start. Tell us the truth about the truck.
It was backed into the garage.
Okay. Let's start with when you bring her out to the garage. Where do you put her?
On the floor.
And continue. Tell us what happens.
And then he stabs her and then he tells me to. And then he puts her into the Jeep and then he said he would rather burn her. So then he put her back on the floor and then he shot her 5 times.
Where does he stab her?
In the chest,
Show me where.
like right here,
Where do you stab her?
in the stomach,
What does she say when you stab her?
to stop what I was doing.
What's that? Is she screaming?
Yeah,
Is she screaming and saying, stop what you're doing? Is she swearing at you? Is she struggling? What? Tell us how that happened.
just that she was crying a lot.
Are you holding her down?
No,
Who is?
Steven is.
Okay, Steven goes out and he puts her on the floor in the garage. Where does he get this knife that he stabs her with? Truthfully.
From the garage.
So this knife is in the garage. Do you remember the drawing you made of that knife?
Mm-hmm.
Was that an accurate drawing? Or is it different? Very important.
It was something like that.
What color was it?
Black.
Black handle? Where's the gun at this time?
In the garage.
You set it somewhere?
Where in the garage do you get the knife from?
From in the back of cause he's got like a workshop in the back.
Yeah.
It was laying on there.
So she's laying on the garage and he goes and gets the knife. And then what did he do?
He walks back over by her and then stabs her.
How does he stab her? Does he get on top of her? What does he do?
He kneels down by her.
Is she fighting now? Brendan?
A little bit.
What's he telling her? Is he telling her anything?
No.
And he stabs her in the chest. And where you showed Mark and I, that would be where? What's underneath there? What organ is in that area? Any organ in particular?
Not that I know of.
Where's your heart located?
Over here.
Over there. But he stabbed her right in the middle of the chest?
Mm-hmm.
Does he hand you the knife then? Or how do you get the knife?
He told me to stab her, and
So how do you get the knife?
he hands it to me.
Is there blood on the knife?
Yeah.
You told us in another interview that you cut her throat. Did you cut her throat?
No.
Why did you tell us that? Brendan, why did you tell us that?
Too nervous.
Okay, are you nervous now?
A little.
Well, what's the truth? Tell me what the truth is.
That I stabbed her in the stomach.
Brenda, you know people get nervous when they lie. Okay? So you stabbed her in the stomach. Is she alive? You said Steven stabbed her first. Is she still alive when you stabbed her?
She wasn't moving.
Was she talking? Were her eyes open? Anything like that?
No.
Did you see her breathing?
No.
Was there any gurgling going on? Anything like that?
No.
How deep did the knife go in when Steven stabbed her? Do you know?
No.
Were you watching?
No.
How do you know he stabbed her? Simple question.
Because after that, when he told me to stab her, there was a hole in her stomach.
In her stomach?
Or in the chest.
Did he tell you where to stab her?
No.
You just stabbed her in the stomach. How deep did you put the knife in?
Like 3 inches.
Show us with your fingers. About that deep?
What did it feel like when you did that? I mean, did you hit anything when you went into her?
No.
Take my pen and show me like what you would, how you did it.
Like
Like how many times?
once.
Did you leave the knife in or did you pull the knife out or what?
I pulled the knife out.
Okay. And then what happened to the knife?
I gave it back to him.
And then what happened to the knife?
He set it on the floor.
Where's that knife now? Oh, you know. Just tell us where the knife is.
Honestly, Brendan.
What did you guys do with the knife?
It's important.
We put it into the Jeep.
What Jeep?
Hers.
Okay, and then what?
And then after that, he took the gun and shot her 5 times.
Okay, and where did he shoot her? Where in the body?
I don't know,
Why don't you know?
because I wasn't looking.
Well, you shot her too. Brendan, did you shoot her?
No.
You sure? I think you did.
I never touched the gun.
The first time you told us 10 times, about 10 times that he shot her, and he told us where he shot her. Were you lying then, or are you lying now?
I was lying then.
Why? Why are there 10 shell casings or more on that garage floor?
But there's gun shells all over the place, though.
Were there shell casings before you took her in there?
I don't know, I never seen none.
What kind of gun was it?
A 22.
And whose gun was it? Was it your gun?
No.
Whose gun was it?
The owner of the houses.
And whose trailer was it in?
The one where Steven was living in.
And where in that trailer was the gun?
In the bedroom.
Where in the bedroom?
Or on the wall.
Brendan, we don't want to make this more difficult on you than it already is. Okay? So we need to keep telling us the truth. If the truth doesn't match up with the facts, you know, I'm ready to tell Mark we're leaving.
I'm pretty close too. Because you're not telling us the truth and you're not telling us everything you know. You're lying to us.
You're telling us bits and pieces of the truth.
And I'm not going to sit here, Brendan, and allow you to lie to me anymore. I don't need you to. I've got enough evidence without you. If you want to help yourself, you have that opportunity right now to do that. Is that what you want to do? You want to help yourself? Then why are you lying? Look at me, Brendan. Brendan? Brendan? Brendan?
What?
Look at me once.
I don't want to.
Why? Do you want to continue this and talk with us and be honest with us so we can get through this, get this off your chest?
The last time I seen the gun, it was on the rack.
Okay. Did you shoot her?
No.
How many times did Steve shoot her?
To the best of your memory.
Well, I heard 5 shots.
Okay.
Could it have been more, or could it have been less? Your memory says 5. Is that what you're saying to us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What else happened in that garage to her? There's some other things that we have evidence of, but you need to tell me. What else happened in that garage? You guys did some other things to her. Just tell us.
I didn't do nothing else.
Okay, what else did Steve do? Come on, it's okay. What else did Steve do to her?
Oh,
After you shoot her, what do you do next?
I didn't shoot her.
Okay, after Steve shoots her, what do you do next?
He sets the gun down.
Okay. Then what?
Then he takes her out to the fire and then puts her in the fire, and then he came back to the garage and...
Okay, stop. I know that's not true. You're forgetting something. After you guys shoot her, she's on the ground in the garage, right? On the floor?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with her after that?
Did you put her in the Jeep?
No.
So, did he put her in the Jeep?
Yeah.
After she was shot?
Yeah.
And again, how did he pick her up and put her in the Jeep?
The same way he did with in the bedroom.
Did you help him?
No.
Did you open the back of the Jeep? So he could put her in there?
It was already open.
So why did he put her in the back of the Jeep? What did he say?
He said that he was going to try to crush it before anybody noticed.
Okay.
With her in it?
Mm-hmm.
What changed his mind, do you know?
No.
So then he takes her out of the Jeep, puts her back on the floor, and decides to take her out to the fire.
Mm.
Did he use that creeper thing?
No.
Why did you tell us that?
Oh.
Did you help him take her out to the fire?
No.
When he came back from the fire, he had put her on the fire. Now you come back from the fire, or he does. What do you guys do?
You start to clean up the blood.
The Jeep's still in the garage? Her Jeep?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you use to clean up the blood?
Their clothes.
Anything else?
Bleach. Gas and paint thinner.
Was there a lot of blood on the floor? In your estimation, was there a lot of blood on the floor?
Yeah.
Did her clothes get pretty soaked with it?
Yeah.
Now, those jeans that we took out of your house, were those the jeans you used that night?
Yeah.
You were wearing?
Yeah.
And what jacket were you wearing?
I didn't have a jacket on.
You didn't. What kind of shirt were you wearing? If you remember.
No.
Do you remember what shoes you were wearing?
Not really.
After after you clean up the garage, then what do you guys do?
We take the clothes and we throw it in the fire.
Continue.
And then we wait for a little bit, then we throw the rest of the stuff on.
What's the rest of the stuff?
The van seat and the cabinet.
Okay. Then what do you do?
We wait for it to go down.
What about the Jeep? The RAV4? We know certain things happen, but we also don't want you to lie to us or make anything up. What happened to the RAV4?
He took it down in the pit.
Did you go with him?
No.
Last time you told us you went with him.
How does your DNA get in the truck?
It ain't.
How do you know that?
Because I never went in it.
So he drives the truck down there himself? I don't think so. Brendan, did you help him take the truck down there? If you did, so what?
I did.
Where were you when he did that?
I was at home.
You went home to your house?
Mm-hmm.
Who was home?
My mom.
See, I can't believe that now. I'm sorry. Your mom wasn't home. Your mom was at Scott's.
Brendan, do you want us to walk out of here? Is that what you want? Then quit lying to us.
First version, you say you went down and into the pit with Steven with the RAV4. You saw some things down there. You told us about those things. Where'd you come up with that? You told us that Steve took the license plates off the vehicle. You told us that Steven went under the hood of the vehicle. Would you just grab that out of the air? How do you know those things?
Just guessing.
Your mom's not home. Why did you just lie about that?
Well, he didn't take the Jeep down right away.
When did he take the Jeep down?
Well, he told me he was going to take it at nighttime.
You helped him, didn't you?
No.
10 o'clock is nighttime. What do you mean by nighttime?
He said after the fire would go down, he would take it down into the pit. And at that time I was at home.
And who was home?
Just my mom.
Where's Bobby?
He slept over by his friend's house
When Blaine got home.
at 11:30.
How much blood did you have on you?
The truth.
A little bit.
Where was it?
On the pants.
What about on your hands? What about your hands?
A little.
Show me again. Take this pen. Like it's a knife, okay? Show me how you stabbed her and how hard you stabbed her. Right here. I mean, how hard did you do it? That's it? I don't think so. You do that, you're not even going to pierce the skin. Be honest here. How hard did you stab her? Show me. Okay. Now if you do that, you know what happens? Blood spurts out, right? So where did the blood go on you? Where did you have blood on you?
My pants and my hands.
How did you get that blood off your hands?
Washed it off.
You know, I can tell when you're lying to me, Brendan. Your voice changes. Been doing this job a long time along with Tom, okay? You can't fool us, okay? You can't continue to lie and expect us to believe this. Do you think you're that smart that you can fool us? Brendan? Do you want to talk with us and tell us the truth?
Yeah.
Okay, then tell us the truth. Where did that knife go?
It was in the Jeep.
Okay, we'll give you that. It was in the Jeep. What did Steven say he did with it after that?
He didn't tell me nothing about it.
What happened to her underwear?
That we know, you know.
No, I don't.
You do.
I didn't see him.
The first time we talked to her, the second time we talked about cutting her hair off. Where'd the hair go? Did you cut her hair off?
Yeah.
Where did that happen?
In the bedroom.
What'd you cut the hair off with?
The knife.
The knife you guys found in the garage?
Doesn't make
That's
sense.
impossible. You took her out to the garage and that's when you got the knife. Explain how that can be. Did you cut her hair off?
No.
Then why did you just tell us you did? Brendan.
Oh.
Didn't you ask us to come here to talk to you? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Why did you ask us to come here? So you could lie to us? So you could tell us the truth? When are you going to start that? What do you think your mom would say if she knew you were sitting here lying to me?
Oh.
Do you think she'd be okay with that?
No.
Do you remember what your mom said in court last week?
No.
Okay, should I refresh your memory? Your mom said that Brendan doesn't lie, and that Brendan never lies to police officers. Remember her saying that?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I walk out this door right now, and I go call your mom and tell her that you've been lying to me, what do you think she's going to say? You think she'll be mad at you?
Yeah.
Do you want her mad at you? Then why are you lying? You going to tell us the truth now? Simple question. Where's the knife? Where's the knife, Brendan?
In the home.
In whose house?
What do you mean in the beginning?
No, I mean, where is it now?
In the Jeep.
What do you mean in the beginning? You mean where you got the knife from? Where did you get the knife from?
in the kitchen.
Brother, I'm gonna tell you what. I've just about had enough, and I'm gonna leave. And I'm gonna take Mark with me, and we're gonna talk. And if Mark can convince me to come back in, if that's what he even wants, we'll come back in. It's gonna give you a moment to think about it. If we come back in, it's telling us the truth. We're going to take you through it if we come back in. You're going to tell us the truth, and we're going to ask you some tough questions. If you changed your story between them, we're going to ask you why. Because that's important. Okay?
What he's saying is you got one opportunity left. You understand that? You going to take that opportunity? Think about it. You've got one more chance to tell the truth, or we're done. Got it? Do you want a soda or water or anything? One more opportunity if I can convince him to come back.
Mm.